What's going on? It's Just Live Sports. I'm your host, Ted, back again for the first episode ever on the podcast. And to the left of me, I have some really good friends of mine.
What's up? It's great to be back. I'm Bird. It's great to be back. It's been like 2.5 years.
It is great to be back.
We got a new setup. I'm loving it. Loving the new setup.
Yeah, we got a whole new upgrade. Coming different.
Yeah, definitely had to put some work in. This is a long time coming. I believe we started the podcast in 2022, I believe. So we were all in high school at the time. Now we're out of high school doing our own thing, college, work like that. But, we decided to bring it back. I was really excited about it. I know you guys were really excited.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it for a couple months now. I just had to put my brain into it, get all the equipment, and now we're here and now we're doing it. But it's going to be exciting. We're going to, have a lot of new faces on here. It's going to be, ton of stuff we're going to talk about, not just sports, but, things across the world. Not going to touch politics, of course, but
Not yet.
not yet.
Yeah.
But we'll touch other things like what's going around in the world, like, I don't know, just life stuff, I guess, Doesn't always have to be all about sports,
Yeah.
Maybe
It's a perfect time though to start sports because season just started.
NBA season's starting up, 76ers, of course, we're all excited for that. You got the newly Paul George in the building. How do we feel about that? Paul George coming to the Sixers.
I mean, I couldn't really tell you. We haven't seen him play a game yet, so.
Yeah, that is true. That is very
Preseason
true.
he looked good. I liked it, but he's doing he's getting injured like his whole career, But like when he's healthy, he's top 15, top 10,
I was confused by like what we were going to do this offseason, and then we signed Paul George knowing, we had that max contract slot. I didn't know if we were going to use it or if we were going to go out and try and trade for somebody, although we really don't have the assets to trade. We don't really have the draft picks.
I mean, unless you're throwing in one of your young studs in there. That's about all you got.
And I want to, we never let, as a Sixers organization, I feel like for years we've seen the same people, we draft these young players and then we either trade them right away or we just don't give them, the proper people around them to make them better. Like, for example, we drafted Bridges, correct? Did we not?
Yeah.
Villanova, and then we traded him for Zaire Smith, who turned out to be absolutely nothing. You could name a couple. I mean, Markelle Fultz. I mean, we took him at one. I mean, his college days stand for himself. Like, he was, we were looking for a guard in the draft and we got one, but there were so many people behind him who turned out so good.
I know.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
There was a rough stretch of like 3-4 years of we couldn't make a single draft pick.
Terrible.
Up until Maxey, really.
Yeah, honestly.
And that was, what a great pick. What an
21st
amazing
overall.
pick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's turning out unbelievable. He's really going to be like, and it's just so nice seeing somebody next to Embiid where you just, and like not Harden either, like somebody who like is high energy.
He clicks.
Come off the ball, shoot, like it just, he's quick.
Yeah, he's swole now too.
Yeah, he's putting on
He's
a
so
little bit of
swole,
weight.
dude. He put on like 15 pounds of muscle. Maybe more, honestly.
Yeah, it's a little crazy kind of looking back at the offseason and like being like, wow, we got Paul George, household name in the NBA. A dude who's been great for 12 straight years in the NBA. Pacers Paul George, Oklahoma Paul George, who was in the MVP race. I mean,
I know. OKC Paul George is probably the best.
Clippers Paul George is pretty good too. He's the thing with Paul George is he's hurt all the freaking time. He's hurt all the time.
It also doesn't help when you're playing also next to, well, I guess now he's playing next to Embiid, but playing next to Kawhi. He's playing by himself 75% of the time out there, which could be the same with Embiid, but I hope not.
Yeah, I really hope not. And we're kind of already seeing that at the beginning of the season. I mean, we haven't had Embiid play yet, and we haven't had Paul George play yet, which, I mean, it wasn't his fault. He hyperextended his knee.
Yeah, no, that was rough.
That was disgusting.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh my God. That was rough, but he's gonna come back all right. He didn't tear anything. There was no major like injury or anything, so he should be all right. We'll see. When I'm excited to see who's our starting five when we have Embiid, Maxey, and Paul George out there. I want to see, because is Paul George playing the 3 or the 4? Is he playing power forward or who we playing at power forward?
It sounds like
because we signed Caleb Martin on a 4.
Yeah, it sounds like you have Caleb Martin at the 4, which
kind of weird.
Kind of skeptical.
It's weird
because he's kind of he's
not a big guy.
He's played the 4 before, but like I don't know. He's aggressive. I'll give him that. Yeah. So he could play undersized for his position.
He definitely can. I think he's a great defender. I do think that when he was Miami, he was kind of forced to play that bigger man role because they only had Bam, and Bam's not even that big. Like Bam's like what 6'9" as a center.
Yeah, Bam's a small.
If I'm corrected.
Yeah,
he's like 6'9", he's 6'8". He's not very tall for an average NBA center. Like most centers are like 7 foot nowadays. A lot of the people, I mean, Wemby.
Yeah, you got to look at New Orleans too. New Orleans, like they don't have any center. I forget who's playing the 5 man.
I thought they had Jonas Valanciunas.
Nah, he's on the Wizards now.
Is
right?
he?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No, they have 0. I think Zion. They're thinking about Zion, putting Zion on the.
And the Pelicans were trying to do a bunch in the offseason, like ship Brandon Ingram and stuff. That'll probably happen in the beginning of the not the beginning, but maybe towards the end of the deadline.
I could definitely see that.
It could. They also healthy. They're a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're bad.
Murray. They got Murray now.
No, I love CJ McCollum. He's still there, right?
Dude, CJ, he's my favorite player.
They just lost DeJounte Murray though. Fractured his hand.
Yeah.
So Zion did play though. Had a game-winning block.
Fun fact though, when Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum played on the Trailblazers, me and Bird, he bought the CJ McCollum jersey and I bought the Damian.
Dude, I remember
jersey.
that. We were riding on the Blazers.
Yeah, we were fans of them.
Now look at them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I might as well just throw that jersey away. It's worth nothing.
I know.
Now.
I mean, mine's from like Timu or something, so
yeah,
does not look that good.
Might have got it off DH Gate maybe.
Yeah,
a little bit of DH Gate. Okay, all right. Talk about some other off-season signings. We re-signed Kelly Oubre. I thought that was a big one.
Loved it, dude.
Love Kelly Oubre.
He's spectacular.
Besides him being a good-looking guy and my girlfriend looking at him all the time. I mean, it's just I think he's a good basketball player. I think he plays. Yeah. I think he plays well, and I don't know. I thought last year, I really wanted him to get re-signed because I thought he played well next to Maxey, and I thought he crashed the boards and at least tried for a rebound. You don't see many people try for rebounds anymore. Like at least we got Andre Drummond to get the rebounds now.
Yeah.
Sign him.
Mm-hmm.
He's on a player option, I believe. So
yeah, he's the best backup center in the league right now. I mean, he's not even a backup at this point. I mean, he's playing. Yeah, he's going to play half the year starting
right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's why it was so important to bring him back because Embiid's not going to play.
No.
65 games.
And we need a rebounder so bad.
That was our problem last year.
And even with Embiid, Embiid can grab rebounds, but I don't want him jumping up for those rebounds.
I know. He doesn't really prioritize it too.
Forget it, dude.
Yeah.
Not with his history.
I mean, even he tried in the playoffs last year. It was just him.
Of course.
Just him out there playing on one leg.
Yeah, and he was making unbelievable plays.
Yeah, doing all he could to get rebounds, but we couldn't grab a single board to save our life.
Dude, and the hate for him is absurd. You have a man out there who's 7 foot, almost 300 pounds. He's throwing it off the backboard with one leg and dunking it on 2 people.
Yeah, I mean that is true, but at the same time, I can get the hate. How do you guys feel about the no more back-to-back games? I think that's so. I don't
think he'll play a back-to-back game in the rest of his career.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, and I don't. Dude, he gets paid too much to not do that. Honestly.
But his health is. But when he's on the court, he's literally the best player in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully we can.
Listen, of course that can be argued, of course, but to me, he is arguably top 5 most talented centers of all time.
I think I'd definitely put him top 5.
I've never seen he shoots anything. He's shooting fadeaway jump shots on one leg. He's
making them.
He's
you're right.
Step backs from 36 feet out.
Yeah, I've never seen a 7-footer just like with a guard. He's a guard in a
That's what I'm
7-footer's
saying.
body.
Like, he has a strap.
Well, other than
like, he has
Wemby now,
handles.
but
Like, dude, it doesn't matter, bro. He can go to the post hook. He can back you down and dunk on you. He can back you down, shimmy on you, and then dunk on you. He can post fade away. Like,
Hit you with a little slow pump fake that he always hits.
yeah, dude. Like, he has a deep bag, and I don't think people realize it for how big he is. Like, he might play big and he might play very aggressive, but his handles are like. And like, you ever seen like how the NBA players, like, they do the step back, but like they cross their legs? Like, I forget like how like the step back is like really like how you do it, but it's like it's not like a regular step back. It's like I don't know.
You talking like Harden step back,
like Harden step
where it
back.
looks like they're traveling when they step back.
Exactly. Like he does that like to perfection.
he's been doing
too.
that, yeah.
Like, bro, and it was so weird because when Harden got on the team, he actually started to pick up some of Harden's moves.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
started using them and stuff, and he was just way better at them. And we were just like, what is going on?
That is insane.
It's very, very weird. I guess we could talk about a couple more. We signed the power forward from France. I don't want to butcher his name, but
Gershon Yabusele.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I knew my
thought
man
I said it
Brown
right
had that
earlier
one.
too.
Me and Bird,
Yabusele.
were talking about it earlier. We were like, we're gonna leave that up to you for the
Yeah.
name, because I was like, I don't want to butcher his name on the podcast. That would be messed up.
This is
I thought it was a great sign.
this is my vote for most underrated pickup of the year.
Really,
He's a dog.
Yeah.
I really do like him,
Dude, the Olympics where he was having a game against US. Like,
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
dunked on LeBron.
Yeah.
No,
He had that was crazy.
I really do like him. I do think that he can turn out to be a great role player. like
Yeah,
a
I mean,
bench piece.
What
I haven't seen him like shoot the ball or anything. But
He can shoot. He's not gonna shoot a lot, but
yeah, it's just,
if he gets an open shot dished out to him and he's in the corner, he can knock it down. He knocked down a couple our first couple games.
that's what you want to hear from your big man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying? Andre Drummond, I'm not putting him in a corner, but to each their own.
Yeah.
Drafted Jared McCain. How did we feel about that draft pick?
I love him, dude. I think he's great. He has a great personality.
I'm sure a lot of people hated it because it's Philly.
I know. I wanted
Kid paints his nails and stuff, but like I never thought of him in like any way different.
no,
Like, I
he's
was
just
like,
a
dude, like whatever. Like a lot of athletes paint their nails and stuff nowadays. It's kind of just it's just like it's not even bad. Like people would think it's like a little feminine or something, but it's like it's the world we live in. Like who cares?
yeah, exactly.
Uber already does it. We already got one.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
you're just painting some fingernails. Who
Mhm.
cares? I don't know.
I really wanted Dalton Connect.
I was just about to say the
I
same
really
thing.
wanted him so bad, but I can understand it because he's 24. What's Jared McCain like? Was he 20? Like the same age as me. I think we have like the same birthday almost.
Yeah.
And like 4 years is a big difference, honestly. And I think I was mad at first just because like I love Tennessee basketball, but I think it's the right play because he's playing out of it. Not playing out of his mind, but preseason he played pretty good.
I want to connect.
Yeah, I remember sitting there blown away that we pat. First of all, blown away that he fell to us, and then we decided to pass on him.
Yeah, like unbelievable. Like the dude, I don't know. I just wanted somebody who's gonna be lights out shooting, and he was the guy.
Mm.
And I get it because I don't know. You kind of want like a true backup point guard when Lowry eventually leaves because he only re-signed for a 1-year deal.
I think he's gonna retire.
after this.
Yeah.
So you're kind of looking for the dude who's gonna like, be the sixth man for Tyrese Maxey and like a point guard who can just get to his spot and get a bucket.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a bad player. I think he
Played
was pretty
great
good at
defense.
Duke.
Yeah.
I thought he was a good defensive player at Duke. High energy.
And he can hit the three when it counts.
Yeah, he can shoot the three ball.
And back to like the age thing, Connect's 24, McCain's 20.
It is a really
So-
big difference.
You see Connect come in the league and he already looks good in his role playing with the Lakers right now. McCain's he's 4 years younger and had less experience. It's gonna take him. It's gonna take him a little bit to get used to being in the rotation. He'll definitely start to get more minutes as the season goes on. But Connect's one of those players you can just plug in right away.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah,
got
definitely.
he's got that experience. He's gonna get minutes for them all
Okay.
season long.
So my question to you is, would you, if you were a GM of any team, nobody in particular, if you were a GM and you're looking at your team would you rather take the 24-year-old who you know is probably a little more ready and he might be the better player right now, or would you take the upside in the 20-year-old and rely on your staff and other people to get him up to speed?
I mean, I think that depends on like what your team's at right now.
That's
Like,
right. Are we saying in the perspective of the Sixers or just any team?
I guess you could, sure, put it in the perspective of the Sixers.
Because you have, who knows how many years Embiid has left. I think you have maybe 3 years, 4 years at most of championship window left.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So, me personally, I'm going Connect just for that reason.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I'm glad they're thinking about the future though, but I mean, we've already had so much time to do that.
Yeah,
honestly.
and it's also like, wow, you're thinking about the future, but I know in 3 years Jared McCain's not going to be on this team.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
if-
yeah.
If you think of it in the way of how the Sixers have done it the last decade, we literally take every young draft pick and then just trade them for some
For
BS.
nothing.
Yeah, for nothing. For
And
a bag of chips.
Mm-hmm.
So
And if you got Paul George too, who is also like, older, I don't know how old he is, like 34, 35. And then you literally, I mean, I would have just signed Connect, honestly. Just because with McCain, I don't know. I don't know where I was going there, but.
I don't know where you were going
Yeah,
there
no.
either. Sign Connect?
No, no.
It's okay. I get where you were coming from with the Jared McCain thing.
Yeah.
It drafted Adembabona. Isn't that how you say his name? Adembabona? Yeah, the center out of UCLA. I didn't think he was bad when I watched this tape. He was alright.
Super athletic.
Yeah, I just seen him catch a bunch of lobs.
Yeah,
really
that's
all I see
literally
from
all he
the guy.
does. And I'll take it. Yeah, he gets up there.
Yeah, I could take that too. What about going back to the offseason and drafting? Do you remember us picking up Justin Edwards? I don't know if we like waived him or he went to the Delaware Coats or
We got him.
something. I remember he signed a 2.
He was undrafted free agent.
Exactly.
He's a hometown guy.
But
right?
he's a hometown guy, yeah, and that's
Camden,
kinda-
right?
yeah, that's why I kind of wanted to shout him out because I thought he was a pretty good basketball player when he played for Camden. I don't.
Yeah, he was nice at Kentucky too.
Yeah, I don't know how that always translates like to the league. Like, I don't know. I always find it weird when you kind of like go into college basketball and you play 1 year and then you can get drafted. I don't understand that at all. Like, I get it. I mean, the NBA draft like window, I guess the age is 18, but I think they're gonna make it even younger and make it like 17 at some point.
I mean, you already got guys go straight to the G League or
Yeah, that's
playing
true.
overseas.
I mean, it was worse 20 years ago. I mean, you could draft him right from high school.
That's true, but not a ton of people got drafted from high school. Like,
Yeah,
obviously
no.
like Kobe and not MJ, LeBron,
KG too, right?
not MJ.
It really
Yeah.
was the best of the best that got drafted out of high school.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you were like a grown man if you were getting drafted out of high school. Like, Kobe was already 6'6" when he got drafted out of high school.
Yeah.
Like, LeBron was already 6'9" when he got drafted out of high school. Like, like these were like grown men.
And you just named
Like, just not normal.
two of the
people.
greatest athletes of all time.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're like
Yeah.
exactly though. But like that's what we're saying. Like, you have to be like a superficial athlete.
Yeah.
To get just drafted like straight out of high school, which is absurd. But I just don't like. I don't know. Being 18, going to a college for 1 year, and then just being like, all right, I'm bouncing. Like, did you really learn that much? Like,
Nah.
Did you even play a full season of basketball?
Yeah, it's kind of disrespectful for
It-
like the schools too. Like,
Yeah, it's just interesting. Like, you're only going to like, and like some teams not even play in the Sweet 16?
Like you're saying, like stars that are ready to go to the
Yeah.
draft. Yeah.
oh yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, and that's what I'm
Happens in
saying. Like,
football
you
a lot too.
say you go to college for 1 year, you're not even going to be in the Sweet 16. What do you play? 15 games? I don't even know what the collegiate
you
season
play
is for basketball.
I want to say it's 30 games.
Oh, really? Okay, that's
And
better than what I thought.
yeah, but I mean, like Ben Simmons, he gave up halfway through the season because he knew he was going to be the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
You haven't really seen that in a while, but
Yeah.
you have to think that a lot of those top guys that are going there for a year playing, especially March Madness basketball, it's like competitive like high energy, like there's obviously a risk for injury
100%.
when you're playing at that level. So
Always, yeah, 100%.
I think a lot of guys are trying not to go to college for those reasons, and it's just, I guess, it's another thing on your plate you got to deal with when you could go get paid to play basketball.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I mean, they're getting paid now too, you know.
Oh yeah, what?
Well, everyone's getting paid.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting paid. I mean, but I also thought that was a great idea. I mean, I don't know, some people who are great in college, never pan out to be the person they were supposed to be in the pros. So that little money that they made, through college or whatever, that actually might help them
it goes
later on in life or something. Like because a lot of people get out of the pros and most of them go broke. Like a lot of them go broke. Like it's a good percentage of them too. Like Google's free, you can look it up. Like straight up, dude. Like you can name plenty of athletes who went broke after retirement. So many, dude.
Allen Iverson.
AI.
Michael Vick. There's so many people, dude.
We could probably have him on the podcast, dude.
Michael Vick?
No, AI.
AI? Yeah, let me get him out of here. He's right behind us. Over here. We got Vic over here. He just... the camera can't really get it, unfortunately. My signed Vic jersey.
Yeah.
On like the...
although it's a little crooked.
NIL thing real quick.
The NIL? What was it?
On like the NIL money, I just saw it today. Cooper Flagg, the #1 recruit from Duke. Did you see how much money he's making? Just for this season, he's making I think it was $2.3 million. Just got a Gatorade sponsorship today, NIL deal.
He's like 18.
Crazy,
ridiculous.
Dude. If I was making that money at 18, I'd buy a lot of bad stuff. Oh my God, that'd be, dude. Bro, what do you think he does on like a daily basis with that money? He's just walking around. He's like, yeah, I'm worth $2 million. I haven't even touched the league.
Bro, he's always on the court.
And it's so weird, bro, because like he was competing in like the USA Olympic practices and stuff, and like he's out there cooking people, bro.
Dude, he's cooking his own team. They did the Duke versus Duke thing, like the white on blue.
Well, you'll like this. I heard Brian Scalabrine.
Yeah.
So basically, he has his own AAU team somewhere. I forget exactly where it is, but Cooper Flagg was 13 at the time, and he basically like brought him down into the tryouts. And these are like kids who are like going pro, going high D1 schools. And he said 13-year-old Cooper Flagg came onto the court and cooked all of them, like all their faces at 13.
I don't doubt that
so
at
if
all.
he's cooking D1 and pro athletes at 13. I can't even imagine what he does when he gets in the league.
Yeah. I can't wait to see him play like this year, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He's dunking on his own teammates and stuff, dude.
He's a cold man. He's a cold-blooded man when he gets on the court. Crazy. But, yeah, getting a little off topic. Let me switch back to the Sixers. I was going to say, does it worry you guys a little bit that our guards are so small? Because it worries me.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with Kyle Lowry. I mean, dude, like he's like 37, 38.
Dude, but even Maxey McCain, and I think Maxey's not even a bad defender. I would say McCain's probably better, but like Maxey will keep up the high energy and like he'll wave his hands, whatever. Like he'll run with you, but like when you're just small, you're kind of no factor to a long person, someone like KD driving is not going to be worried about a 6-foot kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially like the point guards nowadays, like they're getting bigger and bigger. I mean, Luka's playing point guard right now. I mean, can't imagine that matchup. I mean, Maxey's a great player. Like, I especially since he put on size. At least he put on size for it.
Yeah. So, no, I agree. The size will definitely help him out. What do you think, Brown?
I think just through like the 3 games I've watched. I mean, obviously you don't have Embiid out there, Paul George, but they look undersized compared to everyone. When you got at times Yabusele's running the 5, and he's your biggest guy out there, that's gonna be tough. Yeah. I think once you bring that back of Embiid and Drummond off the bench, and you basically just platoon them in and out. Those are your 1-2 guys. You're gonna have a dominant big man down there, so that'll help a lot. Which I'm not too worried about. Which I don't know. Them being undersized doesn't really bother me with their guards. It's more so their 3 through 5 when Embiid's out.
Like they're small forward and power forward. Yeah. I agree. We're very undersized. I just think that like just our guards in particular, like we don't have a guard over 6'4", 6'3". You know, Maxi's like barely touching 6 foot.
Yeah.
Lowry's definitely not 6 foot. Oh my God. No offense. I think he's good. He's not 6 foot. And McCain is like 5'11". He's got to be. McCain might be 6 foot.
Yeah, he might be 6 foot on the dot.
6 foot, but still, like 6 foot. Like if I'm mistaken, like
speed,
is like Curry not like 6'3"?
Yeah, Curry's 6'3".
And Curry's small, dude.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just the way I think it, but I do think that I think once Paul George gets out there, we won't be too small at the small forward position. But who's our backup 5? Not our backup 5 like Drummond, but I mean like who is our next rotation of 5 people to get in? You know.
Yeah, once you get past that.
Once you get Embiid and Paul George and everyone back.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna see a lot of. Like Drummond's gonna be out there when Embiid's off the floor. KJ Martin, see a lot of him, which
which we re-signed, correct?
Yeah,
re-signed him.
Yeah. Yabusele could get starter minutes at some point, I think, but.
And we also have don't forget about Ricky Council as well. We have him.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
But I don't know where he plays.
He's struggling to get minutes right now, even without Embiid and PG. So.
Yeah, well, the first game they were down by 20 points, the entire game to the Bucks.
Yeah, Dame Lillard.
Once it hit the fourth quarter, I was like, oh, well, I know this is over.
Yeah.
Stopped watching.
I would like to see Ricky Council more too. I would
love to see Ricky Council more.
I think he's a great athlete. Have out there, dude flies.
Yeah, do I think that he chucks the rock at random times though? Yeah, for sure.
Does it work sometimes also?
Yeah,
yes.
Dude, he had a great showing in the preseason, didn't he? Ricky Council.
I did not watch much.
He played pretty well. He had a great summer league this year.
Yeah, so that's kind of like what I had on the guards. I thought we were just pretty short, but I mean, I think our team's not that like huge to begin with. So there's really no in between. But so say when Embiid and so our whole starting 5 is healthy. How do you think we match up against somebody like the Celtics or the Knicks, who obviously have acquired all Thanos' God Stones? They have all the Infinity Stones in their pocket, and we need to take one. We have one, and it's Joel Embiid. We need 5 more.
Yeah. No, like Celtics, their bench is insane. They just have great rotational players.
It's
honestly,
absurd. Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah. And it's always they draft these guys. They bring them in undrafted, and somehow they always work out.
Superstars.
Always.
They're still missing Porzingis right now too, coming back from his injury.
But they're still dangerous. Doesn't even matter, dude. Like they don't even need a center on the court. That's how, and they're just deep. Like, it doesn't matter if Tatum and Brown come off the floor because you still have Drew Holiday. You still have Derek White. Doesn't matter if Derek White comes off the floor. You have Payne Pritchard. Like it's just their bench is just always so good, and I just feel like they work so well together, like just so well. I don't know. I think Drew Holiday was a really big pickup for them. Huge for them.
Plus you have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Like they've been playing together for how many years? Like 5-6 years. Yeah. While Maxey and Embiid have only been playing for 2 or 3.
Which is crazy to think because we probably could have had Tatum and Brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
had a chance at a lot of people, but. I mean, that's like the Eagles passing up on Justin Jefferson and drafting Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, but I think the biggest problems that the Sixers have is they don't keep the players. You know, it's like you just sign stars. Like the same thing with Harden. Like Embiid and Harden, they didn't get a chance to start making like a chemistry going, and now we just signed Paul George. Hopefully he stays so they can actually have a connection.
I didn't think James Harden was much of a team player though. And it was also that I really did not want a 34-year-old James Harden taking away from our 21-year-old superstar, bound to be superstar, which we didn't even know. He was just a rookie. So, like, he was just like, we were just like, all right, like, yeah, whatever. And then you, like, dude, you started to see a guy really flourish and then, like, come into his state and being, an all-star type of player. And he was snapping last year. And he just had 45 points in the OT win against the Pacers.
Insane.
So,
Broke the franchise record for most field goal attempts through 3 games.
Yeah, like, dude took, like, 64 shots in
dude, he went, like... What did he go for 3? Like 5 for 17?
Yeah, he's been rough from 3.
That was rough.
I'm cool with him chucking up shots until our guys get back. If we're gonna win games, it's because of him.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, and I agree. Like, I think he's okay. You can take 30 shots a game. That's okay, but I don't even like Embiid and Paul George not being there. I still don't want him taking that many shots a game.
No.
Like, that's just absurd, bro. Like, pass the rock. Somebody's open.
Yeah.
Like, let somebody else shoot so they can get hot, and then everyone else can get hot. Like, you have to build the momentum around. Like, some people are cold because they're not touching the ball and stuff. Like, you have to get people involved for everyone to be a team. So I don't want him taking that many shots. Although I know he can score that many points. That's cool. I know that already, though. Like, I don't want you to do that. I just want you to be a team player. Let the other people around you, eat, develop.
We definitely saw glimpses of that last year, though.
Yeah.
With Embiid and Maxey, like, they played well.
And he's becoming a better passer.
Embiid did play. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's becoming a better passer. Like,
yeah, he's going to have to be because the offense runs through him. Yeah. I mean, I would like to see a lot of, once Embiid's back, we have every person.
Off-ball screens.
Yeah.
Off-ball screen so we can shoot the 3 with Maxey.
Every person on the floor around Embiid can shoot the rock. So you work that ball inside the Embiid, you're going to open up so many shooters on the outside.
That's great corner.
And that's literally what we've been trying to do for so long is that you have the most dominant player in the league. Put him down, let them double, and let him kick it out to somebody who can actually shoot the ball. We haven't had people who can shoot the ball around Embiid. That's the problem. You need other people who can shoot the 3 ball. Because you don't have to worry about getting 2 points. I'll give it to Embiid. I know he can get 2 points. Yeah. What if I want 3? Like, and I do think, running the pick and roll with Paul George and Joel Embiid, like, Maxey has to do something. Like, I don't want him just standing in the corner. Like, there should be a backside play for him to run or something. Like, run baseline or off-ball screen and hit a 3. Just something. Like, I don't know. It just has to be something else where we can involve all 3 of them at the same time. Because you just have such a dominant 3 in those 3 players. We just have to be able to use them correctly. But I do think that, with Nick Nurse, we actually have a good coach now, which is insane. I know. It's like, oh my God, Philly, we never have good coaches, but we have a good coach for once. And he, we actually make adjustments. It's so beautiful to actually make adjustments and to actually play defense. I think under Doc Rivers, we didn't make any second half adjustments, and I'd never seen the team play defense. Although, we had a trash team, but
Doc Rivers is just a bot, dude. Like, he's just like.
Of course, we lose to him though on
I know, dude. He's literally just. Watch him coach a bad team, dude. Like, he makes good teams look bad. It's insane.
It's ridiculous. All right. I think we got through a lot. The Sixers offseason, we touched a lot of things. I asked a lot of questions. They're currently 1-2 right now. Their next game is on Friday.
Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday? Okay, Wednesday. Who do they play?
Can't even remember. I just know we don't have Paul George and Embiid again.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We don't have Paul George and Embiid.
What do you guys
play
think?
the Pistons, so we should win.
Oh yeah, Toby's homecoming.
Tobias Harris homecoming.
Wow.
Yeah, let me tell you right now, Pistons fans, there's probably no Pistons fans listening, but I just want to say thank you so much for taking that man from me because he has broken my heart. And they gave him $28 million a year. He can break your heart now.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, no. He's probably like, dude, he's their like second best player.
No, but he's literally getting paid $28 million a year. He can't shoot the ball. He can't facilitate. He can't pass. And he barely plays defense.
Yeah, no. He's not the greatest.
Would you have given him $28 million as a GM watching him play for the Sixers?
I'd give him 28 mil to go play overseas and not be on my squad.
Yeah.
Like I just think it's a little ridiculous. I don't know.
He's just a really, really good role player. Just a really good role player.
I think he's a good role player.
That's crazy. He was good.
He was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have like hatred towards him. I just don't think that he brought me so much pain watching him in a Sixers uniform, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Like he almost brought me as much pain as Ben Simmons. Like he was missing wide open layups on rebounds. Like,
Definitely
he was
up
putting
there.
Back up. Like he was literally missing.
Ben Simmons is
open
crazy
layups.
though because I mean the amount of missed open shots I've seen Ben Simmons miss, it's insane.
Or just not take because he wanted to pass it away.
Yeah.
He just had one of those the other day. Just remember the same play.
Yeah, against the Hawks.
Game 7 against the Hawks.
Forever.
Just same exact play the other day.
Yeah,
Passed it.
Yeah, let me not take the wide open layup. Let me just sell for the entire.
And
team.
then ruled out again today with back pain.
Yeah.
Once again.
Chronic back pain.
Unbelievable, dude.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, and he's still on that massive contract. Massive contract. Oh. All right, let's get into some NBA end of the word predictions. You guys ready for these?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I'll start, and then we'll go down the line.
You want to go by
Sure.
award, and we can discuss.
We can
Oh,
go
yeah,
by
we can do
award,
that.
sure. I don't
Yeah.
care. Yeah, we could definitely go by award. At MVP, I have Luka or Shea too. I could see Shea heat up this year again, but I have Luka winning MVP this year.
Yeah.
New addition of Klay Thompson,
I also have Lucas, so
Okay.
Well, I have Shea.
There you go.
I have
I
Shea.
could see it going either way. I thought Shea was kind of robbed of it last year,
Oh yeah.
and I think he should have won. But I mean, it's not really up to me. So, but I just thought, my dark horse candidate for MVP is Ant Edwards though.
I
Really?
wrote down the
I like
exact same
that.
thing.
Yeah,
Really?
buddy.
You got
Dude,
Luke
he's
in
just-
it.
I love the mentality he plays with. Like he's just, I don't know, dude. He kind of has like that Jordan mentality where it's like I don't care who I play with. Like
He just got the it factor. That's what I call it.
bro. Like it's
Yeah.
just, I don't know. He's Himothy. Call him Himothy Turner out there.
Yeah, I gotta it's not a dark horse, but I can I know Giannis has what does he have 3 MVPs, right? 2 or 3?
So,
Yeah.
so.
But I can definitely.
Finals MVP.
Yeah, I feel like he's been too quiet recently, and I think he could just kind of heat up. I think he's been too quiet.
I like that take, Bert.
Yeah, you
I
like that?
take. That's
Yeah.
that's a pretty good take actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't heard much from
No.
Giannis.
Past
really.
year? No, nothing. Nothing really.
Doc
Yeah.
Rivers' fault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is Doc Rivers' fault. He's just, I don't know if I know this isn't like a real award, like the offensive rookie of the year and the defensive rookie of the year. I still put mine down though, like just
Yeah, I
'cause.
split them up.
Yeah.
My offensive rookie of the year, my offensive rookie of the year was Dylan Connect or Reed Shepard, but I think Reed Shepard's gonna win like rookie of the year like in general. So I would say Dylan Connect's gonna be like that offensive rookie, and then I think my defensive rookie of the year is gonna be Stephon Castle.
We had the same two again.
Yeah,
Same too.
But yeah, I like Connect. Connect just gonna fit in well with that team.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I just feel like he's gonna shoot a lot of threes, just a
Yeah.
lot of threes, because obviously you're not gonna be dependent on LeBron and AD to shoot the three.
Yeah, he's like their number 1 shooter.
Yeah,
I
and
would
that's
say so,
that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's what they wanted. Like, and I understand that. Like, he fits in that scheme though because they're LeBron's constantly gonna be swinging it out. It's just spot up, shoot, knock him down.
Yeah.
And Castle, straight clamps on the other side.
Like you've seen it in college. Like
Yeah, that'll
he
translate.
He was clamping everybody, dude.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame pickpocket. I'll tell you that.
For mine, I have offensive rookie. I have Bronny James. No. No, I have Reed Shepard for mine. Just
No.
obviously, just because he's gonna have.
It's Bronny.
Yeah, no, obviously.
He wrote down Brownie right on the paper.
Yeah. My defensive, I have Alexar. Just because, like, I don't know.
That's not bad.
I like it, you know.
That's not bad, except
He's
he's
got a
on
lot
the
of
Wizards.
minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
Except he's on the Wizards.
He's just a defensive player, you know.
I think he's really young. He's gonna have to grow into himself, like kind of how when the Rockets took Jabari Smith. I don't know if you guys.
Niche.
I don't know if you guys remember that pick.
Yeah,
Jabari Smith.
he's still hooping.
Yeah, he's still hooping. He just, he hasn't been talked about much because he was drafted at such a young age. Everyone's like, oh, he's gonna be this good, and it's like you have to let these people grow into the mold, dude. Like, you're not playing with college people anymore, like college kids who go to school every day. Like, you're playing against the best of the best, the greatest athletes in the world when you talk about pro sports. Unless you want to count me, you can count me in there. It's okay. You can throw me in there. I'm right up there with LeBron James. I could run the 40 with him. Tyreek Hill, maybe not, but I could run the 40 with LeBron. Maybe now, not if LeBron was like 19. If LeBron was like 19 running the 40, I'm not beating him. He's probably running like a 4.4 flat.
He might be running close to that still.
I don't think he really slowed down, dude. Honestly,
man has not lost a step.
4.4 at 40 years old? No.
I want to see that. I want to test. I want to see that tested.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude.
But what about Depoy?
Depoy, I think we all had Wemby, unless you had.
Yeah, that's the obvious answer. Wemby might win the next 10 defensive player of the years.
He could possibly win defensive player and MVP
and most improved
and most improved and clutch player.
Yeah, I was looking at like the list for most improved, dude. It's Wemby and it's like minus like I don't even.
Is it really?
Yeah.
And it's so weird to think because it's like
he had a great season.
Exactly, he didn't even play that bad as a rookie.
Yeah.
He was just kind of thrown onto the Spurs. Like he didn't have like the greatest people around him, but you still have Pop as a head coach. So
yeah,
can't like complain.
Yeah, but who do you think would be like secondary defensive player?
AD.
You got
Gobert.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Giannis could probably be up there too.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't see a lot of guards winning defensive player of the year
not
anymore.
at all, dude. Because it's always blocks. Like that's their
blocks.
That's their like key thing. Like they don't really care about the steals or anything. It's like blocks. But I understand because you're defending the rim. You're the last line of defense. So I get that. If you think about it that way, you are the last line of defense.
Yeah, you can get more blocks and steals too.
That is true if you're very lengthy.
Oh, wait.
Very long.
Can you tell 21-22 season guard won defensive player of the year? You know who it is?
2021, 2022.
Yeah.
Eastern or Western?
East?
Yeah, in the East.
Making us look bad. Yeah.
I don't know.
What is it?
Marcus Smart.
Oh, really?
First guard to win since 1995.
I'm sorry, Marcus. I'm so
Gary
sorry.
Payton. Wow.
Yep.
Honestly, we knew that. We just had a brain fart.
Yeah.
Nobody's thinking about the 2021
Depoy,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like off the top of your brain, because everyone's thinking it's a big man,
Oh yeah.
All right, most improved. I have Scoot Henderson. Scoot.
I like that.
It's a bold take.
Yeah.
I wrote like 3 down. I wrote Jalen Williams from the Thunder, and then I wrote down Wemby too. But I thought Scoot.
I like
Henderson.
Scoot Henderson. Yeah.
I thought Scoot Henderson.
I think Scotty Barnes.
Okay.
I think so, just because he's leading the team now. He led the team last year, but like I think
I like Scotty Barnes.
Just got his contract. Too.
Yeah, I think he's gonna try to play.
Oh, you get a supermax? Or he just got the max contract?
He got a max extension.
Oh, really?
It's over $100 million, right? Yeah.
Oh, it's
4 or 5
bread.
years. Yeah. I figured. Like some people like online like think he has like a little bit of
autism.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I heard that.
I always see that.
I've seen videos of it.
Like, I don't think so at all, though.
No, I think
there's some clips out there.
Yeah. He's definitely just a goofy guy.
I think he just, I don't know, like people say anything on the internet, so like I try not to believe what I say.
Yeah.
But I was like, I definitely don't think he's. But whatever, like you could do it, you know. If he's doing it.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know. Who'd you have for most improved?
Oh, so I had two names I was stuck between. First was Cade Cunningham. He's been balling recently.
I like that.
Basically in his own role now. He should be an all-star. Was he an all-star last year?
Nah.
No, he was not. He was
Yeah.
snubbed.
He was snubbed, yeah.
He should be an all-star this year. And my other one's Jalen Johnson on the Hawks. He's basically their number 2 now.
Yeah.
He started balling out for them last year.
Yeah, he got a little strap to him.
He gets up there too. What? Now that he's the number 2, they got rid of DeJounte.
I totally forgot about that. Oh
There's a lot of room for him to improve. So that's the only other reason I'd have him there.
Where
But I
did
would
DeJounte even go?
New Orleans.
Yeah. But he
Just
yes.
fractured his hand.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I would take Cade as my main pick.
Okay, I like that. Let's see. Well, we already said. Well, I said my rookie of the year, but mine's Reed Shepard. So what are you guys? Rookie of the year?
I'm still sticking with Connect.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stick with Reed. I like Reed.
Yeah, I feel you. Coach of the year. This is biased, but I'm taking Nick Nurse because I think that we can go far in the playoffs this year. I think we can get past the second round this year, and if we get past the second round, I think he should get Coach of the Year, especially when we're gonna be sidelined with Paul George and Joel Embiid.
Oh yeah, if they can make a top 3 seed, especially with those guys missing a lot of games, it'll look real good for Nick Nurse.
Yeah, exactly, and that's kind of like what my thinking was of it, even though I'm a little biased. But I do think that Nick Nurse is a great coach, and I think he should get the credit he deserves this year. So I'm taking him as Coach of the Year.
Who did you have?
I'm riding higher on Golden State right now. I don't know why.
Steve Kerr.
I think Steve Kerr. I mean, I think they got rid of Thompson. They're starting fresh with Buddy Hield, and I think they're gonna have a lot of wins. I don't know why. I just have like this. They're playing good so far.
Kuminga should break out. He could be another most improved.
Yeah. All these young players. Yeah, but no, I think Steve Kerr. I don't know why.
Kuminga. That's a good name because I was gonna say I heard him in some potential trade talks.
Little KJ Martin.
One of the Sixers were the names. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would like to keep KJ Martin, but obviously,
I mean, I'll take Kuminga.
I'd definitely take Kuminga over KJ Martin. You know, I'd send that trade. I just, going back to what we said in the beginning, I don't mean to get us off track, but we just don't really have too many assets to really give up to get somebody. I mean, we could trade future picks, but it's just like we kind of want those picks too because, we're only going to have 2 or 3 more years of the prime of Joel Embiid, unfortunately, which, it's going to have to come to an end soon.
Yeah. But who'd you have?
Yeah, who did you have?
My Coach of the Year was kind of controversial. Taking JJ Redick.
Okay.
I think
explanation.
I think he's gonna change the Lakers around a lot. Even we kind of cheated doing this. We been able to watch 3 games before making these picks, but even just from 3 games watching the Lakers,
It looked totally different.
Completely different offense. You see all these guys. JJ Redick, obviously like great basketball mind, and you see him out there. They're running these plays off ball screens. They're moving off the ball, getting open. They've never done that before in LeBron's tenure there.
But that's exactly why they drafted Connect.
Oh yeah.
Like literally exactly why. Like knowing JJ Redick is your head coach, like you already being a great shooter, that's just your parent,
Yeah, I think JJ Redick changed them a lot, and they may make it wrong. I don't know, but he'll at least he'll change them. He'll change them a lot. I got faith in the King.
It depends. We'll see how LeBron and AD hold up. AD is playing, I'm pretty sure, right now.
Yeah, he's been balling.
Yeah, no, he's been balling
exactly.
too. Yeah.
So, yeah, they have LeBron. Like,
solid roster.
Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, your team's all right, but then you have the greatest player of all time. Like I realize that, so I'm like, it doesn't really matter. Like, if the dude's 40 years old or not, like any given day he wants, he can drop 40 on your head.
no
Maybe
sign of
that's
slowing down. I haven't seen any.
Well, probably because the dude spends $1 billion on his body every year.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I could be banking on the Lakers to make a move at the deadline to help this pick out too. They're gonna need someone, and another little prediction out there on Zach LaVine will be a Laker at some point, maybe.
Wow.
ooh,
That's cool. I like that.
I like that one.
I mean, I think he's kind of frustrated with the Bulls right now. So.
Oh my God, dude, he's been frustrated since he got drafted there.
Yeah. No, definitely. He's been there for a long time. I mean.
Yeah, if you really think about it, I mean, what he's
It's been
going on?
like
He's
7.
going on like 28 now.
Yeah, he's 28.
So he's been there for.
He got traded young. Yeah.
He's actually been in Chicago way longer than I thought. He's
Yeah,
been
I
there
know.
for a minute.
I mean, the Timberwolves, he was only there for like a year or two, right?
I believe 2.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
I don't know for sure. He can't be. He's not over like 30 though.
No,
I
he's
know
like
for sure.
he's like 27, 28.
All right, real quick. 6th man of the year. I'm gonna take. If he's even gonna be a 6th man, I don't really know. I haven't watched much of the Wolves, but I believe that Dante DiVincenzo is gonna come off the bench at some point.
I like that pick a lot. I didn't even think of it like that. But I also took a T-Wolves player.
Mm-hmm.
I took Nas Reed,
Okay.
who I think both of them.
The Nas Reed.
Yeah.
Dude, I even thought like Rob Dillingham at some point, but then I was like, you're not gonna give 6th man to a rookie. So
No.
Nah.
I was like,
Nas
nah.
Reed and DiVincenzo will get those minutes. DiVincenzo he might be starting at the moment, but Nas Reed will be that 6th man for them.
Yeah, I had Dante just down because I think he's gonna be eventually the
Yeah.
6th man. But if he's not, I had down Benedict Mathurin too.
That was my other one as well.
Off the Pacers, and then I had Malik Monk, of course. Balling.
Yeah. I had Monk
Yeah.
as my first, just
Yeah.
because I know he's gonna.
course.
He's sitting. I know he's gonna be their 6th man off the bench.
You know he's gonna be a dog too.
I know
Got
he's
that
really
dog in
good.
him. He got that dog in him.
And Mathurin too. He was hurt last year when they made that run, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They missed out on him. He could have been an important piece for them, and so having him as a 6th man, he was a dog coming out of college too. He's super athletic.
Yeah.
I don't know. He should be top 3 for 6th man with their Monk, Nas Reed, guys like that, DiVincenzo.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, I think getting rid of Cat was pretty good for them. I mean, it wasn't good giving them to the East and putting him with the Knicks, but
Yeah, no.
I thought it was good, like for their organization.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just feel like it's kind of like a fresh start for them.
Yeah, you give Ant free reign.
Exactly, bro. Just let him just give him the keys to the whole. Just give him the keys to the Ferrari. Just let him drive, dude. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I kind of want to change my most improved. I'm gonna be niche. Julius Randle, most improved. Is that crazy?
He could.
We don't condone smoking on this podcast. Do not get high when you talk to your friends.
Dude, I
and family.
swear, everybody's low on Randle, bro. I think he's gonna be.
I just don't.
It's gonna be so solid.
I just think that when Randall's on the floor, if there's nobody else playing around him, he's really good. When he actually has teammates playing around him who want to play, then he's terrible. I don't know.
He's good on a bad team.
I have very mixed feelings about him, but I mean, we'll see. You know.
I think, yeah, I don't know. He was a rough fit on the Knicks at the point where they were last year. Like, they obviously played better without him once they got in the playoffs.
100%.
But we'll see with this team. I mean, they said Ant I guess had like a conversation with Randall in the locker room after like the first game and was like, "Don't come here and try and play like our style. You play as you, and we'll get the ball to you and you shoot." So like that works for Randall. Let him do his own thing.
No.
But
yeah,
that's why I think he would be a great backup bench player. Just because if he can lead the second squad, then I think he'd be great in that kind of role because he's not. He doesn't play
off
good.
the bench.
No.
He wants to be a starter, but I'm saying I think he'd be a great fit off the bench.
Yeah, I got you. No, yeah. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I don't think he would be bad off the bench.
Yeah, just because he can lead the secondary team.
I mean, yeah, you can at least have him start the game and.
But the thing is if you have him lead the secondary team, then you kind of make him the main guy in the secondary team, and then he's taking most of the shots, which I probably wouldn't want.
Yeah.
I think you'll see them run a lot of, like, when Gobert's out, you'll see a lot of Nas Reed and Randall down lows playing because they're both big men who shoot the ball well.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of them motion up top, trying to get the ball through them, running pick and pops, stuff like that, which I do think will work. That'll work for them.
No, 100%. All right. Moving on. My clutch player of the board this year was I'm gonna take Luka again. I also have down Jokic, but I'm gonna take Luka again. I think if he wins if you're gonna win MVP, I think you deserve to win clutch player of the year too. But I think he's pretty clutch in general. But we'll see. I did think about like throwing in like a Kyrie Irving or like Steph or I don't know or like a secondary player from like a different team who could win clutch player. I don't know. And the first person who popped into my mind was Kyrie, but then I was like, nah. Like,
clutch for them all last year.
Yeah, that's why I thought like maybe he could win it. But then I was like, nah. I think if anyone's gonna be clutch for him like this year, like Luka's finally like he's
Luka
done.
should be taking that last shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. And I think this year he will be taking that last shot. Like, he's gonna have some fire burn in on this year from the last playoffs because he just lost. So
Definitely.
I think he's gonna. That's why I took him as my MVP and clutch player. But I'll let you guys say yours, clutch player.
You can go.
My clutch player was Tyrese Maxey.
Yes,
Seen it already. Just down the stretch, you're gonna put the ball in his hands especially you need a three or you're struggling to get Embiid open. He's double teamed. Maxey's gonna be that guy who's taking that shot. Almost, I'd say most of the time you're gonna see Maxey taking the shots over Embiid this year. So I'll take it Maxey to make some clutch shots.
Yeah, I have two good ones. Well, I think personally, it's my opinion, but I think I like DeMar DeRozan, just because he's been having a lot of clutch plays. I mean, he had a lot of clutch plays with the Bulls last year and the year before that. I don't know. I ride high on DeMar. I think he's always been solid, and I think my second one is Jimmy Butler, just because like
He's a great one.
yeah, I know Jimmy Butler, like he lives for clutch plays. That's what he's there for.
That's his thing.
Yeah. So I mean, I think he won the one last year too, or the year before that. He's already won a clutch player. I like that clutch player of the year.
Yeah, I like the clutch player.
I do think that should be in every sport. You should have a clutch player.
Oh my god, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Football.
I just feel like a lot of people would argue, well, dude, if it was like, I feel like if it came to football though, they would make it a QB award, like just how they make
just how everything is.
like just how they make MVP. Like it just bothers me, like, cause I get it, like it's hard to give MVP to a guy. It's hard not to give MVP to a guy who throws for 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean,
but then it's also not fair to not give it to the other dude who just ran for 1,500 yards and 24 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what do you think is more valuable? And obviously, everyone's always going to say the quarterback because that's the leader of your team. That's how you win football games.
He touches the ball every possession.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the most important position in football. So it's just...
Yeah, I don't think you'll see another non-quarterback win unless the record's broken. Like, you need some crazy records to be broken.
Yeah.
I was just about to compare it to Aston Genty. He's gonna break these records. If he doesn't win the Heisman, it's rigged.
Oh no! Here's my thing on it. If he breaks the record, of course, I think he 1,000% deserves a Heisman. If he doesn't break the record, I don't think he deserves it at all. Because, listen. But no offense, dude, but they set it up as if the MAC and these certain divisions cannot win the Heisman because you don't play well enough teams. He hasn't played anybody for
Actually,
real.
that is true.
Dude, name one team that he's played who he's ran for 306 touchdowns against that has anybody on that defense.
He did have one.
I
want to say he had 190 and a tutty.
Yeah.
Which is still freakish. Even that we're saying that's like a bad game for him.
Yeah.
But
and then he just played UNLV, and he had like 109 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Which is his worst game this year, which is insane to say because you're talking about a guy who just ran for 100 yards and a touchdown, won you the game.
Dude, if you're running 1,000 at a clip like per game.
I mean, I get it, but there was some NFL running backs running at 100 a clip, and they didn't win MVP. Like Derrick Henry was running at 100 a clip, 200 a clip every game. They were giving him 50 carries a game, and he didn't win MVP. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I gotta look at Tomlinson's.
Obviously there's a
MVP
difference because you're talking about the NFL defense and then college defense, but it's just sad because that's how everyone looks. Like, that's how everyone looks at the award. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not playing good enough teams. We can't give you this award because you haven't played anybody.
Yeah, and
which I think is totally unfair.
Which I respect. Like, guys like Genty will even say, like, I stayed here. I didn't want to go to a bigger school because I wanted to make a legacy here. But, like,
that's what he said.
You want this.
Which he's doing.
Yeah. It's hard to come by, but, like, you see these guys, you want this draft, like, your draft stock rising. The transfer portal's open. You're going to hop in that portal and go to one of these big schools.
Yup. People want the recognition they deserve, so they're going to transfer anywhere to get that. They'll transfer 4 or 5 times or commit and decommit to a school 6 times before they actually find the D1 college that they want to go to. Like, I seen a dude the other day. He finally committed to Dion in the Colorado bus. Surprise, surprise. But he went from, like, TCU, Nebraska, Arkansas, and then like one other team, and then finally decided on like Colorado. And I was just like I'll never understand that.
I know.
But I don't know. Whatever. To each their own. These people are making money. I'm happy that they have the NIL deals now. You know, I just think there's still some things that they need to touch up with, like the college stuff and like college rules and the playoffs. And I know it's 12-man this year, but hopefully it gets to like 32, and then hopefully they make it like a big thing where it's like 50 and it's like the sweet.
You got March Madness.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's March Madness for football. Like that, you know how much money and like entertainment and stuff that's going to bring in? Like that's going to bring in, not just football views and football money, but spectators from, everywhere.
Yeah.
Like literally everywhere. Like people who have never watched football a day in their life. And they're going to be like, wow, 50 teams in a college football playoff? And anybody can win. Everyone has a chance. Doesn't matter what you do in the regular season.
I love it. Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's a really.
That's
cool.
That's just my opinion. I'm not no professional.
No, I like the 12-team playoff a lot. So you're gonna get cool game too, because so like the top 4 seeds get buys, and everyone else is gonna have to play that first round game. But that counts as a home game for that higher seed. They get to play an actual home playoff game. Imagine a home game, Beaver Stadium Rock and playoff game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm going there this week or this weekend.
State.
Yeah, I might. I'm thinking about it.
I go to Washington.
You think they got it this week?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
If
not that I didn't want to bring up a new topic, but
if Drew Aller plays. But
dude, that tight end too, ridiculous.
Oh, Tyler Warren, I think.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
But
44.
I'm gonna wrap it up here. We had a lot to talk about. I'm sure we could go on for another hour or two and talk about even more sports.
Yeah, we didn't even get to NFL.
We didn't really talk about too much NFL today. I really wanted to stick to the basketball because the season just started, and I wanted to show the Sixers some love, dude. Because I'm just so excited for them, dude. I'm so excited to have a great team.
We got the trade deadline in the NFL coming up. There's definitely been some more news we got to talk about.
100%
coming up.
Man, we'll be back
Deontay
next
Johnson.
week. We will be back next week. This is your host, Ted. This is Just Live Sports. To the left of me, I got my man, Brandon Mcgrath, Collin Brown. I'm your host, Ted. Yo, you keep laughing at me.
No,
It's been great. Thank you guys for tuning in. There will be an episode next week. Peace.